I was in a classroom the other day, had a sign on the door that said, "Please do not move the chairs in this class." Now that teacher should, I hesitate to say they should be in prison because I don't like prisons, but they certainly should be in care. The whole thing is to say to the children, how can we do this better? What arrangements, what zoning, what are the components of your learning? You've got to do some research, let's have a research corner. You've got to do some quiet reading. You've got to do some collaborating. You've got to do some at a distance stuff, talking to somebody who's not there. Hi. Those are the components. Okay, let's organise the room around those. And we'll stick with that. You don't do that every half hour. You stick with that for a month or so. But of course, in asking the question, your reflective practice is cutting in, and that metacognitive accelerator of your brain, you're learning about learning, and so you're better able to judge how your teachers are teaching and how your learning is learning, and you accelerate. So this is a long way of saying the environment really matters, because it's not a given, it's a question. When the kids come into a room and sit down, the question is, how could this be better? With the Olympic team, if I look at our cyclists, trackside or rowers or anybody, they're all gathered around having a look at a tablet, looking at data, and I can't anymore tell you who's the coach and who's the athlete, because they're all part of the same conversation, So we want to start measuring the environment in our spaces. Bluntly, if learning was the Olympics, we'd all know how important light was, we'd all know what to eat for breakfast, we'd all know what the level of CO2 should be, we'd know all that stuff, and we'd be, you and I and you, we'd all be chatting, what do you think it is? I think the light's a bit low. We'd all, clearly in here the sound's high, we're in a big, noisy space, but we'd be talking about that. Okay, how are we going to mediate? How are we going to mitigate, really, all those things? So, the environment matters if it challenges you to do learning better. If you come through the door and the environment is given, then it's a given that your learning will be better. It's really that simple. And folk watching this won't be old enough to remember, but in the Atlanta Olympics, Team GB won gold medal. Vincent de Redgrave, they won it by that much. And in Rio, 27 gold medals, beat everybody, including China, just behind America, and that was pretty good. Some of that progress was about better learning. All of the progress was about better data and engaging the athletes in that conversation about how can we be better. I've been into a few office layout design places, you know who they are, and they talk to me in great lengths about posture and support, but those things all matter, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing worse than a disengaged kid. If the kid is disengaged, they could be in the best chair ever designed. If NASA designed chairs, how good would they be, but if the kids are bored to tears, they're not learning. So you have to start with engagement first. And here's a lovely example. When the kids survey each other and say, well, when you're reading at home, where'd you sit? And what they get back is kids say, I lie on the bed, I lie on the floor, I sit in the dog's basket, so I'm quite matey with the dog, whatever, But no kid ever said, I like to find a chair with a nice upright back, and I like to get myself properly comfortable. When I'm on holiday, I've got a novel to read on the beach. I always have to ask the hotel if I can take a chair down from the dining room to sit on the beach. I mean, nobody does that, So kids are comfy to start with in their idea of what comfy is, and then they're engaged and then they read. So you come back into schools, kids are sitting on upright chairs at tables, and the teacher's saying, I just need you to read this chapter. And half the kids are saying, yeah, that's a big ask, mate. It's a big ask because they're sitting on a chair that was designed as an anti-reading chair, because it doesn't reflect in any way the way the kids read. And in fact, all chairs are anti-reading chairs because not many kids read on chairs. So, yeah, you need comfortable chairs, but you also need soft carpets, you also need fluffy things, you also probably need dogs, dog baskets, anything that's going to engage the kids. Once they're engaged, it matters. But no, I'm much more interested in whether the surface is a writable surface on the table, whether you can write on the table, whether the back of this wall I can write on. Those are the design features that talk to me of pedagogy, because I know, everybody knows kids love to write on any surface. Cognitive theory says, since the mid-70s, you remember the writing you did, you remember knowledge because of the social context. Here we are in a noisy place, people going past waving, which is distracting and nice, We will remember it because of the social experience. But if we just had a transcript and none of those details, we can't remember when we did that, So something about writing that's very public and very shared. A lot of education is private. A kid at their own desk, in their own chair, facing in a way with their arm round while they're writing, probably in an exercise book. Children don't read each other's exercise books. Well, transparency is your friend in learning. The more you can see it, if you're writing on the wall and you're pretty good at this, and I'm having a bit of a lazy day, our friend here watching, it's pretty bleak and obvious to them that I need to pull my socks up, and the person who can help is right there,